All right, we are live.
Ooh, let go.
It's podcast number 23. Yvonne's in the back.
As always.
Yeah, we skipped last week because not the greatest
Um,
planning, but
That's my beat.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it was like 8:30 last week, and I'm like, crap, I just got home, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
we were
I
supposed to
didn't
do
get
that.
home really late. Yeah. Completely
Yeah,
forgot.
so that's all good. So 23.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah, so got a lot of. I guess we got 2 weeks of stuff to catch up on.
What did I even do the week before? Do I even remember?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything that special.
Yeah, I had a decent week, I guess. Went
This
to
week was really.
yeah, last week was my sister's birthday on like
Oh,
Monday or Tuesday.
okay.
So I was working, so we were like, yo, Friday, let's go to all you can eat sushi lunch at Akita
Hmm.
Sushi up in Scottsdale.
Okay.
13 bucks,
Yeah.
all
All you
you
can
can
eat.
eat. It's pretty great. So yeah. Uh yeah, that was have you been there?
Yeah, Akita, I've been
Yeah.
many times.
Okay. It's great. Huge fan.
There's a new place called Sakura Sushi.
Uh-huh.
It's like in Awatuki, or it's like really close to it.
Uh,
No, I think it's like Elliot and like I-10 or something.
oh, cool.
It's it's like basically it's the same as Akita.
Oh, really?
Literally exact like $13, all you can eat. Like quality is the same, everything.
Nice.
Except instead of Akita has green tea ice cream and mango and vanilla, I
Yeah.
think. And Sakura only has or they have butter pecan and I think green tea
Ah.
and maybe vanilla. Even the menus look the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
It
ridiculous.
it might just be the same people,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was very interesting because it's my sister, my oldest sister, my other sister, my little brother, and then my little brother's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I was the only one who ate like legit raw stuff. Everyone
Oh,
else was like going for like
that's not worth.
California rolls.
Oh
But
no!
yeah, but
Why?
yeah, and it's also funny because it was on Friday during Lent, so like none of us could eat meat.
Oh,
So yeah, the rules are very weird where it's like you can eat fish because they're not land meat or something like that.
okay, okay.
So yeah, so we ate a lot, but like we got a bunch of grilled salmon, so it's pretty good. But yeah, it was
That's not,
funny.
it's not bad. I haven't had
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
at Nikita.
yeah. It's like thinly sliced salmon belly with like teriyaki sauce on top. It's
Yeah.
pretty good because it's like cause it's I'd like the Akita style because it's like you just write down what you want and they just make it and send it out right away.
Yeah, all you can eat.
Yeah,
Like two
versus
hours or
yeah,
whatever.
versus like going to buffet and it's like that's been sitting there for like an hour
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, it is really nice.
yeah, and like that like those all you can eats people they're like should I get it and then they like use the tongs and like move it all around. They're like
Oh
never
yeah.
mind. So yeah,
Always.
it's pretty yeah. And yeah, it's funny because like uh we basically just ended up getting a bunch of like the appetizer stuff, like the crab
Mm-hmm.
wontons, you know?
Where's the crab lagoons?
Or crab ragoons, there we go. Yeah. And everyone's like, this is great. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep ordering these.
I was like, no, stop. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
You would order appetizer and order like shrimp tempura, like
Yeah. No, we got
shrimp
that,
tempura,
but it was like after
and
that,
scallops.
yeah, after that everyone was like, let's just get that. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep putting them down. I
Why?
it's
So
'cause
sad.
it's 'cause my siblings don't actually like raw stuff.
I'm
So
so
they're
sad.
like so the most I got was like salmon rolls that were like the ones that are like process or it's like the blended up salmon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I like got those and I was like, you know what? I'll just try everything. So
Yeah.
I was the only one who like probably
Which is
got
funny
money.
because
Well, cause the salmon
Japanese
belly,
don't
we
have
got a
shells.
bunch of that, so it's like probably worth it in the end.
At
But I
least
got like the variety worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. My sister's like, okay, I'll pay, cause she works down nearby there. She's like, oh
Oh.
crap, I gotta go back to work. She's like, I'll pay. And then she went to get the check, and she was like, it's like $80 for 5 people. And she was like,
Well, yes.
yeah,
that's the
because cause I went with my
I
siblings
wanted to
before
see if they fixed it.
last time, but we
So
went at like
they let you
4, so
pass
they
go on
charged us
student
dinner
minutes, but
price.
the way they
Oh.
fixed it
Yeah, so it was
was
like
like
23
if you
bucks
pass
last
two,
time. So
you
she's
would
like,
tell them to go
wait a
straight to
minute,
the internet.
Oh, it's a lot cheaper
it's
this time.
so cheap.
And
So
you
she's
get
like, make
stuck in
sure
the
you leave
hall,
a
and
good
that's why
tip.
they teleport you straight to the internet.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I just played Overrun and like I have to use them
So
as a
yeah,
step.
that got me thinking. Cause we're getting a bunch of like all you can eat, but like not buffet style, of like
Yeah.
Korean barbecue and hot pot and all that.
Yeah.
It's all popping up.
Oh, he's
So,
Saren.
which
Yeah, we
one do
have
you
a
He's
prefer?
Saren, so whatever, he's fine.
so we have like Akita
Yeah,
Osaka, and then we have like
yeah,
tons of KBRQs
yeah,
around, and we have a Utiansha,
yeah.
which is the new hot pot place. I haven't been to the hot pot place before.
Is the one isn't the one by Lily's all you can eat, or is it?
I have no idea. I've never
Oh,
been.
okay, okay.
Yeah, but I know like Utiansha has been around for like
I don't have to
around
go.
a year or two. I
Hmm.
don't know. It's like relatively new, kind of. And I know people went there and it was good.
Yeah.
I don't know. My favorite is, I mean, hot pot. I like to do at home,
Hmm.
and honestly, Korean barbecue I can also do at home.
Yeah.
But it is really nice to do it out. So I'm not sure. Like, I feel like sushi is definitely better for me. It's cheaper, especially like
Uh-huh.
where we are here. But even like if I'm out, like elsewhere, I'd rather have sushi. I love seafood.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's
Yeah, 'cause I was thinking about that 'cause I told my mom after 'cause she was working and she's like, we can
he
go
wants to make
sometime,
multiple,
and I'm
right?
like,
He wants to make both.
yeah. But like my parents, we used to go to buffets all the
If
time
it's
just
chicken,
'cause
go. It doesn't taste right.
'cause it was like for the 6 of us, paying buffet
Yeah,
price for
Yeah, that's
getting like a variety of food was cheaper than like, getting like family like
yeah,
full meals at like Asian restaurants.
yeah,
Plus it was like you get all this different stuff. But now we're like, yeah, we're not doing buffets anymore. And it was funny 'cause around Christmas time,
yeah, like
we
60.
'cause my sisters and I are like we're all working, so we were like,
hmm
hey, let's go take them out to some good buffet. So we went to I think Talking Stick Resort for like the
Oh,
crab.
yeah, yeah.
That
I can
was
stick
good.
it.
Yeah, and like all that. And then we took them to Jen.
Yeah.
Jen is
And
all right.
yeah, and
I wouldn't mind.
they were like, this place is amazing. Never going to Pacific again, which is like a local buffet
What
place.
Pacific is cheap? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
13.
No,
Also,
yeah.
100
no,
meters
even
is
less.
Or
Uh,
well, like
Pacific might be like 13.
yeah,
Nagoya is like
yeah,
9.
we used to go there for dinners all the time with like family friends. So it'd
Okay.
be like, you know, dude, you could feed 20 people for, not that expensive.
I think
But
like we used to go there like a
yeah.
long time ago, and
Uh-huh.
then they switched owners,
Yeah.
and then we didn't go, and then like and we started going to Nagoya, but
Yeah.
it's also now owned by the Pacific people,
Yeah.
so it's all the same.
Yeah, it was funny because yeah, Jigoya is like right behind my house. So when it opened up, we were like, "Let's go," and it was like initially it was better than Pacific. So we were like, "This is our new place," and it started tasting like Pacific, and we're like, "Okay, I guess we're not going to buffet anymore."
Yeah, I mean it's just Pacific now.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, except they got that poke section,
Oh yeah, they got the
which
Poke's
I'm
Village.
like, that's pretty good. But
I didn't try it.
uh, it's like, it's you can tell the fish is frozen, but it's not too bad.
It's all right.
Yeah, you
I mean,
it's
we live in Arizona.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
we're not getting the most fresh fish for, $9 for lunch.
Yeah, so like it's pretty worth. You
Yeah,
get really full.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I went to Hong Kong like 2 years ago. There's this place. It's like the second or third like best ranked like sushi place.
Oh,
Like all you can eat like sushi place in Hong
thanks.
Kong, and like it was. We just got like endless plates of sashimi.
Oh,
Like it was
nice.
so fancy, like huge bowls,
Hmm.
and then like on top of the heel bowl is like just a bunch of ice, and then like they put sashimi on it so it keeps chilled. But like everything is like super fresh, like caught like literally like the day of or whatever. It's like super fresh, and like yellowtail is like so sweet and delicious. Like
Nice.
the fresh fish. Oh, and the salmon marbling was so beautiful. Like, the food, like fresh food, is just so much. It just tastes so much better
Yeah.
than like what we have here.
Oh yeah, that was the only thing because it was a lunch menu at Akita. There was no sashimi, so I was like, oh
Yeah,
boy. But it's also a good thing because my sister again, my siblings don't like raw fish, so
that's
they
true.
wouldn't go for it. So I'm like, it's a good thing we didn't end up paying for
It's a
sashimi.
lot more worth for lunch if you're not gonna get
Yeah.
sashimi. I love
Yeah.
sashimi. Sashimi is so good.
Yeah,
The only thing with this build is depending on your
man, that's
pivot,
funny. I
it might
messaged
take you up
Yifan
to 6 shots.
cause you didn't respond yet. I was like, is Larry alive? And then Yifan didn't respond until just now. He's like, yeah. I'm like, thanks, Yifan.
Very
So
helpful.
helpful, so helpful.
It's okay. He's busy playing Warframe.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like for money
If you want to do
value,
it there,
if
you can do something
all
cancerous
you
and
can eat
cause you
hot
to
pot
pull a
would
fish
probably be
from
the
striking your
best,
house.
because you can get, you
Mm,
know,
Yeah, but if you don't
if they have like quality ingredients,
yeah,
because
it
you're
is
gonna
also
dig
pretty good.
most
I've been
yeah,
to a lot of like all you can eat hot pot places in
uh-huh,
Taiwan,
okay,
and like
yeah,
it is pretty quality.
yeah. I haven't been, or I don't typically eat hot pot, so I'm like, I don't know. You know, it's kind of intimidating because I see like videos of, like Mike Chen,
That's 10.
Oh,
the legend, the food dude.
yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, I saw one of his videos where he's like, he did hot pot, like an all you can eat, and then with the man versus food guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, I have no idea how any of this works, so I would go in there and just be like, yo, hit me up with that beef and them fish balls, and I'm like, I don't know how to make dipping sauce,
Oh no.
so
Do you know now?
huh?
Do
I
you know
know
how now?
more.
All
But
right.
you know what I mean? Like I never did that growing up, so I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
how this works. So I'm always like, I want to try, but I need to get like you or someone that knows how to do legit hot pot.
We'll do it one day at like a house or something. We don't have
Nice.
to.
Okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I see them making the sauces and I'm like, I mean, I can make soy sauce. Like cut up some soy sauce, add some sriracha.
um, to make hot pasta is very easy. So
Yeah.
like, there's like a few different styles, but like,
Hmm.
I like to add a raw egg, soy sauce, sesame oil, the Chinese barbecue sauce, sasachang.
I mean, if I farm it again, it's going to
Um,
be
and
the
then sometimes there's a peanut sauce. I like to add some of that too.
Holy
Add
crap! Now
some
Avocado is so strong. What the
scallions.
heck? I
That's
had
basically it. And like,
literally no
there's
mods, and I
like
two shot again.
spicy whatever you can add that too.
Uh,
It's all
Wait,
good.
this is.
yeah.
Wait,
See,
I
I
killed
wouldn't
Avocado
know,
with
I
one
wouldn't think
headshot,
of mixing all
and I had
those,
no mods on
so
this.
I'd just be like, well, I got
Literally,
soy sauce. So yeah,
now I need to
so
get
that's
that
always
servation.
been.
And this does OP
Plus,
good.
like, I watch the videos and then he's like, yeah, you got this, and that, like, like different meats and different
Hmm.
stuff,
These
like
guys are.
different orders of what you put in, so you don't mess with the broth, but you can also make it better.
This
I'm
map is
like,
kind of level.
yeah, dude, I just throw all the meat in at once. So I'm like very ignorant of it. So
And
I'm always like, gotta find someone who knows how to do legit hot pot.
there's like different ways to like put it in, or
Yeah,
like there's lamb mix everything tastes like lamb,
yeah.
and then so you like
I don't know how much
add beef first, and then, like I don't care, so I just add lamb whenever because I
Hmm.
like lamb a lot, and
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep eating it. So
yeah.
and veggies going and fish balls going first and whatnot.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're just it's not that bad. It's not too hard.
Okay, yeah. All right. So that's good with food.
Love
You
it.
you get any interesting meals this week? You make anything
I
cool?
had a lot of interesting meals today, as in only Panda
Ah,
or
the
this week.
greatest American food.
Yeah, so Actually, I don't remember what I did the week before this,
Oh,
but this whole last week I was just working.
oh,
Like I actually just got home and I'm like, okay, gotta turn on my computer and like make sure like I can like do podcasts with Jason.
oh,
Because my
nice.
phone died, so
Oh,
like I'm still wearing like Panda shirt.
oh, right, right. Yeah, you're working at Pan.
Yeah.
Wait, so what are you doing at Panda right now? Are you the
I'm just the person in the front giving you food,
ah?
and or I'm today. I got called in for work today. Wasn't supposed to, but like super busy Fridays. No, this is my first Friday working. So I actually just finished my first week.
Nice.
Yeah, so I started last Saturday and now it's Friday. So like, oh my goodness, today was I usually don't work Fridays,
Hmm.
but they called me in and it was just ridiculous. There's so many people
Yeah.
and like they're like people who are like angry because like, we didn't get their food out fast enough or like they want like fresh food.
Oh yeah.
Like there's like a huge bowl of like food and
Yeah.
it's like
They're
half full.
they're
They're like, we
like,
want fresh
make me
food. I'm like,
more.
that's the fresh. That's like 5 minutes old. Okay, it's like I want fresh food. It's like, oh my goodness.
That's not how Panda works.
And like, so, but like we were like, all right, we'll get you fresh food. And then like they're waiting and they yell at us because like, why is it taking so long? What if like I just wanted 5 bowls. I'm like five. What one? 5 bowls is a lot. And two, she only ordered 3 bowls or three
Dude,
plates.
that's
And then
actually.
oh my goodness, that was such a struggle today, and like it, like a few more things. But there's like some during rush hour, everyone looks kind of angry and like
Mhm.
kind of pissed, and so it's like kind of scary to like serve them.
That's
I feel like,
interesting.
but I didn't really have time to look because
Uh,
I was busy trying to like ring up orders. I was just at the
yeah.
cash register like all day, just like pressing buttons and like
Okay.
trying to make sure everyone gets their food and like running around like restocking everything and like
Mm.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
interesting. I feel like I don't know, maybe it's 'cause
it was just so hard.
yeah, maybe it's 'cause the one I used to go to at ASU all the time was like at ASU, so people weren't like, crazy. But I feel like Panda's one of the places where everyone is like, yeah, I'll wait for food.
Yeah, like
Yeah, from
they're not rush hour.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
usually pretty okay, and
yeah.
like when you,
It also might be that I never went during rush hour, but yeah,
yeah, I think it's like everyone just got off work. Some people might have like had a bad day at work, and like
yeah,
now you have to wait for the food and whatever. Like yeah, it's understandable, but like we're
yeah.
trying our best, and like we're like telling you we're like working on it and trying our
Uh-huh.
best.
Yeah,
And man,
that is it. Do you get free food?
yeah. So I actually rushed home today, and I forgot to eat.
Ah,
I forgot to get my free food today. So sad.
so how does that work? Do you just get like,
Every shift, it's like every 4 hours, I get like a 10-minute break
uh-huh.
or something like that. I'm not actually exactly sure, but and then I get a free plate, like a 2 entree plate,
Ah,
basically.
nice.
But we don't use the plate; we just get
Yeah,
a real plate,
yeah,
so we don't waste plates.
yeah, I've seen them do like bowls and stuff. I'm like, that seems that seems good at the beginning, but I assume people get tired of stuff.
I mean,
I don't
there's
know.
like plenty of enough of different
Yeah,
like meals and stuff that it's not too bad.
yeah.
I have there's like still 3 dishes I haven't tried, not including. So I haven't tried the ragoons yet,
Ah,
but I think I know what they taste like. So probably not.
just the standard dragoons.
Yeah, I mean it's just like cheese and crunchy thing,
Yeah,
and I that's fine.
it's like
They're pretty good.
yeah, you can't go wrong with that. It's like
Yeah, and
super
then with the
simple.
sweet and sour sauce,
Yeah.
not bad. But I do prefer the chicken egg roll.
Uh,
Like I like the texture a lot.
yeah.
The chicken egg roll. The egg roll is like really crunchy.
Yeah, the wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that surprised me. I'm like, cause my mom makes egg rolls and like everyone loves them, and it's like, but they're like super smooth, and we don't put she doesn't put cabbage in hers. She puts like ground pork, and then we like grate carrots and tara
Yeah,
and like
Taro, yeah.
or taro, yeah, not taro,
Oh, that sounds
yeah,
really good.
and like the clear noodles, the like big
Oh,
ones,
yeah.
yeah, and like she mixes that with like egg and salt and pepper, and I'm always like that's my first instinct of like what an egg roll is. So I was like, dude, I'm like, I'll try a panda egg roll, and I'm like, this thing is cabbage. What the hell? I'm like, it's
Something a little bit different.
yeah,
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 add the carrot,
yeah, but yeah, it was like, it wasn't bad. I was just like, why is there cabbage in here?
which is very different.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like this is just to make the egg roll feel bigger.
I tried it.
But yeah, but
I tried it yesterday. I'm like,
uh-huh,
oh, this is like pretty good,
yeah,
not bad.
yeah. That I feel like Panda is one of those places where even when it's bad, it's still good.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Like,
our worst food is like
yeah,
doesn't taste bad at all.
yeah,
I think actually the dish I don't like the most is probably orange chicken.
yeah.
But I'm pretty if you I've heard that if you don't use the sauce and it's just you take away the orange and it's
Mhm,
just chicken, I heard it was really good. And I think I believe it because like when you eat orange chicken, like the texture is so good.
uh-huh.
So it's just like high quality chicken
Uh,
nuggets without the
yeah.
orange.
Is it because it's too sweet for you or something?
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
the flavors are like really strong and then
yeah,
like when I like bite into it and like
yeah.
even like when I'm around like the sauces too much, like
Mhm.
my nose and like it just like goes permeates everywhere. I'm like, I
Uh,
don't like this.
that is interesting because I'm like, yeah, because I feel like orange chicken is great when when it's like freshly made because it's got that like crunch. It's
Hmm.
like crisp. I'm like,
Yeah, fresh orange chicken is
yeah,
so good.
it's great. But yeah, that's interesting. And then their teriyaki sauce, I actually enjoy.
Oh, I had a
Yeah.
guy,
Uh-huh.
like 2 days, I think yesterday. He ordered a bowl of chow mein, okay, a bowl, and then I was like, hey, would you like any would you like any entrees, right? The bowl you get an entree, and then he's like, hey, give me that teriyaki. I'm like, oh, hey, teriyaki chicken. He's like, no, just the sauce. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
all right. So I just pour him sauce. Put him like here, it's like loaded up. I'm like, all right, three things of sauce, and then yeah, and then he's like, just keep going. And I'm like, all right, two more things of sauce. Literally keep going. I'm like, what the heck? What's this guy doing?
Dude.
I'm like, I'm not sure if this is legal, but like I didn't give him an entree, so like I'll just keep giving him sauce. That's fine.
Mhm.
Like filled it the whole bowl up with freaking sauce. It was ridiculous. Like the sauce, like you like it fills up right as you
Yeah.
go. Literally went to the top with sauce, and he's like, "All right, that's good." I'm like, dude, literally had no more room.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I've never seen anyone use this much sauce before.
Yeah,
I,
that's the thing I like it is that I'll get when I get Panda, I'll get like orange chicken and teriyaki chicken, and I'll get like I'll ask for two things of sauce, and I like dumping the sauce on the chow mein.
yeah, I'll try that
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, because it adds it's like it just gets the chow mein all saucy.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
try it tomorrow. I haven't tried it.
yeah. I'm like when they first introduced it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not Chinese. And then
Well,
I'm
you
like,
know that.
yeah. You know what I mean? It's like that probably shouldn't be on a Panda menu, and I ate it. I'm like, it's grilled chicken, and the sauce is like, it's not too sweet, like there, like you've had teriyaki from places that are just like, dude, this just tastes like sugar water. It's like
Yeah,
it's not too sweet.
it's like a little bit
Yeah,
savory.
yeah, and it's not like watery. So it's got
It's
like
like
some,
it's pretty thick.
yeah, yeah, but it's not like it's not like high viscosity like ketchup thick. So it's like you know,
Okay, when it sits around for too long,
yeah.
it becomes really high
That's the only bad thing. But
viscosity.
it's like
But
when you get it like right away, it's like that's pretty good.
yeah, but I also burned myself like pouring sauces
Oh
before,
no,
so my fingers.
the struggles, the panda struggles.
But like, so this week, I think I I will work a total of 37 hours.
Nice.
That's like a lot. That's full time,
Yeah,
basically.
dude.
But you see, on my schedule when you sign up,
Mhm.
right? You like on the application, you like put in a thing of like how much you want to work or like and like what times you're available, right? So I
Mhm.
put like less than 30, and then yeah, fill in whatever, and like usually I'm like pretty chill with like what homework, like when I do my homework, and like
Mhm.
and all those times I filled in were like the times I like usually do homework. I'm like I can do it whenever, as long as like I have one or two of these times like available. I'm good. I can do homework.
Mhm.
And but on my schedule, they gave me 32 and a half hours,
Whew.
and they filled up every single time I was I had to do homework.
Oh
Like
man.
all the slots I had that I said I was available, they, they put me in for. I was like, oh, I have no time to do the homework,
Oh
and
no.
today was my free day, but they called me in anyways, so I went into work today too.
Oh no. So are you
So that
gonna
adds
like
up
use the
to
weekend to catch up
37.
on homework?
A little bit. I have work tomorrow also. I don't
Ah.
have work Sunday,
Oh,
but
that's good.
I have the night shift, afternoon shift tomorrow,
Mhm.
and I have a meeting pretty early in the morning.
Ah,
But in that middle time, I have time to do stuff. But like I had
that's
an
good.
essay to do this week, or like parts of my essay
Mhm.
were due this week. So like I never had to do this before. I was like I had to wake up, or I did it before because I'm dumb
Oh.
and was playing too many video games.
Oh.
But now it's like I have a reason. Like I have to wake up.
It's a
Like
necessity versus like laziness.
yeah, versus like I'm dumb and was playing too many games.
Yeah.
Like I woke up at like 7:30 to like do my homework like every single day this week. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I was like, write my be like, go into my shift at 10:30,
Ah.
um, and then I like go in and I'm like doing homework, or like I'm doing homework like right before like my shift starts. I'm like, oh man, it's like pretty rough.
That's
It's been interesting week, very different.
nice. Welcome to the working world. Yeah.
I think I need less hours.
Yeah,
I'm like dying.
it's very funny. I feel like the Prime Center did give us some skills. I don't feel like in the working world we got some skills there. Like,
Yeah, time center is like so chill. It's like
yeah,
sit
yeah,
around,
yeah,
do a few math
yeah,
problems.
yeah. I feel like I picked up some skills. I don't feel like I was prepared for the working world though,
Yeah, it's
of
just
like a less
too
chill work
chill.
environment.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's good. But yeah. Anything else interesting happened?
I literally just went to school this week.
Ah,
Oh, we
work,
did.
school.
Yeah, but during my small group this last Wednesday, Epic moved.
Hmm.
And during like my small group leader, um, we have food every week. Pretty
Uh-huh.
sick. I don't know why we have so much budget. We probably don't, and he just and a lot of it he's paying for himself, which is great. But we made spring rolls, like actual Vietnamese spring rolls, not
Oh, so like
the ones at Panda.
the rice paper.
Yeah, rice paper.
Dude, that's
We,
legit.
we made so many spring rolls. It was so good. But like, you see, all the ones that we failed at, I ate them. So after we made all of them, I only ate like two more
Uh,
because I was really full from eating all the failed ones. But like the peanut sauce and like the fish
dude,
sauce, like, it's so good.
dude, peanut sauce is great.
Yeah, it's so easy to make too. It's just
Yeah,
hoisin and
yeah. And
peanut butter.
yeah, yeah. The funny thing is, usually when my family eats that, like, some days I'll be lazy and I'm just gonna get a bowl and I'm just gonna put everything in the bowl and then just dump the peanut sauce on top. I'm like, this is great. I have no effort whatsoever.
Should test this out really good.
Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, dude, it's very got at Taekwondo. We got a tournament coming up. So
Nice.
last couple Fridays, yeah, last Friday and this Friday has been we're the kids competing are on the grind. So we have usually on Saturdays, like for the sparring component, we just have that as a regular class as like competition style sparring. So it's like we we run them through drills and like just basically, you know, more in depth on it to give them
Mhm.
more tools. But when it's tournament time, the forms part where they just have to go and show off their form.
Okay.
Yeah, Fridays are that. So it's very interesting because the people who sign up for it, they're like, all right, this is my form, and I'm like, you know what you're doing, but you gotta make it look like you know what you're doing. That's like one thing you don't consider is during training though, when you're competing, is that because forms is a very subjective thing to grade,
Yeah.
because it's like, it's a set amount of movements that we all like for competition, we all agree that, these sets of movements are what you're supposed to do, but
Hmm.
it's like it's very interesting how like the judge will interpret it. So there's like rules and stuff like how you know where a fist should be, where it shouldn't be, how far
Okay.
apart
Yeah.
your feet should be and stuff. And it's like we teach them that, but it's like like you find when you're doing it over and over, you find all the small stuff that like they miss.
Yeah, 46%.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like
we've been
you're trying to
working on
fix
that.
all the small
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, it's like solving small things and like helping them. But also it's like you forget that when you do it, like when you just do it to practice, like you don't consider like what you actually look like
Yeah.
your
Hey, can I have
demeanor,
all those mods I traded you
do you
back?
slump
Hmm.
your shoulders, is your back straight kind of thing. So it's
Making sure you
yeah.
look good.
Yeah, making sure you look good while you're doing it. So I joke with them all the time. I'm like, "All right, I know you know what you're doing. Now make it look like you know what you're doing."
Mistake.
Yeah, cause I've seen so many times at tournaments where it's like both people know what they're doing, but the other person
Every
just
time I
like
press P, it lags so
doesn't
hard before it
have
actually
like
starts
that
loading.
the
Yeah, I
presence,
know, but like,
so it
the
looks
door
like they don't
won't
know what they're
move
doing or they like
for like
suck at
3
the form.
seconds.
Okay.
And I'm like,
It's
I'm
so
pretty sure
confusing.
you spend a decent amount of time on it, but
But you
but
just
yeah.
spend a lot of time doing it wrong.
Yeah, like or even if they do it right, like
It's brutal how
they
it's
don't know how
confusing.
to have presence,
Except
so
it's
Yeah.
it doesn't look
better.
strong.
Yeah.
So
And then
yeah.
you try to spin it.
So that's pretty much what I've been up to. Oh yeah. Uh it's my yeah, I'm going over to
Or you
someone's
can just
house
stick like
tomorrow to
around
learn
the
how to
corner.
make onigiris.
Oh,
So
interesting.
that'll be fun. I just remembered that because we were talking about food. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's the guy who owns Taekwondo school, Jackie.
You see, look at his
His
color right now.
birthday
His
was
color
last
right now
week,
is gray.
and
That's
like
like
a
his
couple
bad
of us
pattern.
play Age of Empires.
As soon as he
So
casts
like
two,
we spend like one night every like couple months over at his house or my house, and we just play Age until like 2 in the morning. So he was like, we should do that for my birthday, and I was like, sure. And then he was like, my birthday's Saturday last week, and I'm like, I'm working that Saturday. He's like, we're doing it next week. And then I was like, well, this is my 4 days off
no,
week.
still there.
So I was like,
Still
Okay.
going.
on one of the days, I might as well just, go buy Japanese
And
rice and learn how to make it because it's not that hard. And so I
Hmm.
was asking his wife, like, what, I was like, so, what rice do you guys get? Because there's like sushi rice, but it's like,
Yeah, it's different.
yeah, it's different. And it's like, I'm like, you know what you're doing. What rice do you use and like all that. And she's like, do you want me to make it for you? I'm like, well, I want to learn. She's like, I can teach you. I'm like, yeah, do that. So she agreed. So I'm like, oh boy, I gotta learn how to make onigiris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the hardest part is probably like making a triangle.
Yeah, the only problem is that it's short you have to use short grain rice for like,
Yeah.
and my family eats
and
jasmine
like the
rice,
thing about
which
it,
is long
cold,
grain
it feels
rice.
salty as warm ground. So none of
So
those.
I'm like, man, now, if I get good at making it, I have to go buy rice
Yeah.
when I want to make
I
it, and then
I actually only have short grain, so
interesting. But yeah,
I
but
use short grain.
I just know that my mom's gonna be like, why you buy rice? We already have
Oh
rice.
no, no,
And
no.
then I'll be like, because I need it to make this. And then she'll be like,
We don't get enough
if I buy too much, she'll be
vegetarian
like, you
left
bought
on
too
the
much
board.
rice. It's gonna go bad. And then if I buy like a small amount, she's like, why you waste so much money on that much little rice? I'm like, I can already anticipate this coming. But yeah, that's something
Maybe
I'm
we should
looking
try
forward to
$5
tomorrow.
banner events for 35 flash.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. And then
You can't pay
another
less
thing
for
was
160.
the current season of
No.
Power Rangers has been running
The
for like
agreement
the
with
last
Discord.
month,
Okay.
and I was like, oh boy, cause in high like I'd watched Power Rangers up till
Yes.
like end of middle school, and I was like, I'm too cool for this freshman year. And then I was like, after that, over time, I'm like, I still like it, but I didn't have any money, so while I was watching it, I'm like, I don't have money
Yes.
for the toys. And then like because it becomes a collector's item kind of thing, the
Yeah.
value of it goes up. So I'm like, these things are expensive. So I realized like, you know what? I should just buy it now, when it comes
Oh,
out. So the
yeah.
current season, for some reason the toys are like the show's been out for a month and like the toys just came out on sale.
Okay.
So they're I don't know if you know toy makers, but like Hasbro, the people who
Okay.
make
Yeah.
like Transformers,
Yeah. I know
like
them.
they bought the rights to it in 2019, so they make all the toys. So I guess it came out later than normal.
Hmm.
And the funny thing is like
Oh
I
wait.
looked
Oh, and,
up
and
when
Spears
they
doesn't get
came
mad
out
at you.
and it was like people were or like online toy stores were like, "Yeah, you can pre-order it and we'll ship it out April 1st or like the first week of April."
I haven't
So
Yeah.
actually
I'm
gone.
like, "Dude, I could just go to like Walmart or Target."
I'm really
So like
gone.
all
Wait, I
last
thought
week
about
I
it. At
kept
least
going
like
to Walmarts and
tell them like
Targets
get
near
it
my
out the day
house
before.
and I'm
No,
like
I'm
walking to the
not
toy
completely
section.
going. I feel like if you don't have the
It's not
internet, it's hard to
there.
get these stores to make
And
sense.
then I'm like, I'll look online and it's like you can pick it up. It was like last Friday. I was like, you can pick it up in stores Friday. So I was
People are
like,
phony.
walked into Target, nothing there. Two Walmarts, nothing there. And I was like, okay. And then I'm like,
Stores are
there's a
phony.
Walmart
All
on the
this
way to
price
work.
on this.
So I'm like, I'll swing by there on like Saturday. Nothing there. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna buy it online. So I bought it online and it
Yeah.
shipped 2 days, like perfectly fine. And then like
Great.
and then I took my mom to Walmart or something like that, like a couple days ago. And I'm like, I'll just walk over there and check. Still not there.
I'll never
So
use
I'm
that
like,
store.
oh boy,
That's
I got what I wanted.
no, yeah, I don't
Cause
know.
Yes.
yeah,
About
cause
nine.
in the I'm in a couple of groups for like collection and stuff, and there's
Yeah.
people that are like, dude, it's funny cause
See,
at
our
some stores
efficiency is sort of garbage.
they're in stock, so they'll be like, Power Rangers toys spotted at this store in Canada. And I'll be like, dude,
I'm
I
just gonna
just
go to
bought it
China
online,
for
same
this stuff.
price.
Easy.
So yeah, so that's another thing I was doing
Wait, what
last
the
week was
heck?
just
You can't
going
get
to
jumped on by a
Walmarts and
bandit?
Targets, and I'm like, is it here?
And then you just die. You can't do anything.
And it's very funny because it's like the people who go there, I'm like in the toy section, and it's like Walmart employees, and then like either like people who are like
Okay.
older than
You
me,
wanna come
you
in?
can tell, but like are stoners,
Oh.
or like like middle-aged moms and they're like 3-year-old kids. And I'm like, this is a very
Oh,
interesting bunch of people we have here.
yeah, what an interesting people at Walmart.
Yeah,
Always.
always
I
interesting.
could press Peter and
And
hit
then
that.
I think I told you about it,
It
but
takes
DC
sometimes it's like
Universe,
lagging.
the
It takes like 3
DC
seconds to actually
streaming
explore the
service,
game.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's great. Last week they just updated the comic catalog, so they
30
pretty much put up
well,
all the
30
stuff
regular days
from
on time already.
every age of DC Comics, so like the
Oh,
original
so
Superman
many.
stuff, like the like modern Flash stuff.
Oh, so they put that all
Yeah.
like online.
Yeah, so it's like instead of going and finding it off like a website where there's a bunch of ads, I'm I can just open up my app and I'm like, search this comic. Oh boy, it's there. And it's like
I
every
went from level 17 to
every like
Oh,
volume after.
that's impressive.
So yeah, so I'm looking at it because I got the trial for like 80 cents. I'm like, you know,
Oh.
this seems worth it. I might as well just buy the year subscription.
I just like doing it.
So I'm excited. Yeah. And then
Oh, that'd be sick.
it was funny because
And then
earlier
some will let you
my
like
my
this stuff.
brother and his friend, I pick him up from ASU on
If you
Fridays,
switch, it's just us two
and
going.
like he hangs out. So like 2 weeks ago, I was like, dude, check out this show. It's Super Friends. It came out in the 70s,
I think it is.
and it was just like
I don't know if it's
ridiculously like
I bet it's
70s animation. So it's like super low quality like cartoony stuff, and it's like 70s kids shows, so it's not very thought provoking. So it's like such simple stuff,
If you post your build,
and
we should
like
see
we were
that
just
on
laughing the entire time. So we started. I was like, okay, we'll pick up where we left off. So today we started watching it again, and it was like 40 minutes an episode. And
Oh,
he was
what?
like, why is this show? He's like, how long is this? I'm like, 40 minutes. He's like, just for the first episode, right? I'm like, no, dude, that's 7 seasons.
A 40-minute episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
But yeah. Dude, I'm excited though, because it's got like
You
Justice
have,
League, Teen
dude, I have
Titans,
four Pokemon.
all those cartoons, and I'm like,
No,
I watched these
that's why I was so
when I
confused.
was younger, and I was like, I could go pay for the box sets of these, or I can just get the streaming service.
Yeah, like I used to watch Teen Titans also
Yeah.
as a
So
kid, and like,
yeah.
oh man.
So I'm like, this is great. This is like for me.
I think
So
as a
yeah.
kid, like, what did I watch? I think I watched like the last SpongeBob.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Like, I think like when I was still in Hong Kong, I watched.
Oh crap. Larry, you froze up. You said in Hong Kong you watched and then it froze up.
Oh no, Ultraman.
Oh yeah. Did
Yeah.
was it dubbed or subbed or
It was dubbed in Canto probably.
ah
Yeah. But I just remember like watching that as a kid. I think I had like action figures and stuff. I don't know where they are now. If I sold
nice.
them or something.
Yeah.
He has a boy.
That's interesting because I know the Super Sentai in it's popular in Vietnam, because all the counterfeit Power Ranger stuff is actually Sentai stuff. So it'll be like Power Rangers, but it'll have the Japanese name.
Oh.
Yeah, and like like it's funny because all the videos on YouTube are Vietnamese, like full episodes are up are Vietnamese subs, and they have like hundreds of millions of views. I'm like, oh man, people really like this over there.
Oh dang.
So yeah, so I guess yeah, so yeah, that's our last topic, is what shows did you watch growing up, or like movies or TV shows you watch?
Dang. Is there anything else I watched I
Anything
really
else?
liked? I guess I watched. Um. No, nothing really stands out. Like last SpongeBob
Hmm.
mostly. I think.
Ah,
I think that was my favorite show as a kid. Actually, love SpongeBob.
man, man. That just reminds me. Yesterday at Taekwondo, I was like helping a kid get his gear on, and he's usually the first one to get everything on. So I
Yeah.
was joking. I'm like, "You were number one." And he made a SpongeBob reference before I said that, so I was like, "Good job, you were number one." I'm like, he didn't respond. I'm like, "You get that?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "That's a SpongeBob reference." That episode came out in like 2002. This kid he's 11. So that joke is 6 years older than him.
Yes, that's really ridiculous. Like all
Yeah.
the dude, there's like always like so many SpongeBob memes and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I just remember that. I'm like, dude, all our SpongeBob memes are older than the kids who are watching SpongeBob now by like a large margin.
yeah. But they have like new writers and stuff and
Yeah.
like new
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah. That
The originals were so good.
yeah. But it's just funny because I'm like, dang, I know SpongeBob memes, but I can't relate to the youth because they don't know the old memes. They only know the new memes.
I mean, they kind of the new episodes don't create as many.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not there's not as many gems, but like they make jokes to like current SpongeBob stuff, and I'm like, I don't watch current SpongeBob, and you don't watch old SpongeBob, so we don't
So
really get
this
each
doesn't
other.
work.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I watched a lot of TV growing up, so like clearly Power Rangers and like all those cartoons. Did you watch Digimon?
I didn't.
Interesting.
I didn't get a chance to. I
Yeah,
know I liked it. I thought that
yeah.
was cool, but
It was like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon together. It was very interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in elementary school when I moved to from Hong Kong to San Francisco, like I made friends really quickly, and then like me and I had like two best friends or whatever. One of them was like also Jason,
Mhm.
and then the other one's like Brian, and like we would just like run around and like we like I think like we like Mega Man a lot,
Oh,
so we
dude,
like
Mega
pretend
Man.
to like shoot each other and stuff with like our hand cannons, like pew pew, and like we get in trouble for like fighting, and
Wait,
like
what?
we got sent. I'm pretty sure I got sent to the principal. Like went to the principal's office. Like had my parents called in. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Just literally hanging out with my friends.
Was this like the cartoon Mega Man, or was this from the video
I'm pretty sure
games?
just the games,
Uh,
like the Game Boy games.
because I remember the cartoon one, because it was like, dude, it was like Lan, I think was his name. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
something
think
like that.
looking back, I'm like, that's a terrible pun name. You know, like technology name. I'm like,
Yeah,
what dude name? Yeah,
that is not too bad of
yeah,
a name. It's just weird.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it's short for like Landon, but I'm like, the writers are probably like, dude, Land. That's a technology reference.
That's a name. You can
That's a
do it.
name. It doesn't sound goofy. It's not like security access. But yeah, I
But I
remember
remember
that.
like
Yeah.
yeah, well I was in like what is it, second and third grade? Yeah. We were like I was like hanging around with my friends and like be stupid. Like,
Nice. Yeah. I think one of the. Did you ever watch? I'm trying to. Let me look when it came out. It was. I think it's actually like a French. Oh wait. When did you move here from? When did you move to San Fran? Do you
when
remember
I
what
was
year?
7, so 14 years ago.
Do you remember what? So 2005.
Was that 14 years ago? Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Around was it June? It was like June of 2005
Uh,
probably.
did you ever get to watch the show Code Lyoko?
Oh, that was such a weird show.
That was like, dude, I remember that. I think it was actually it's crazy because it was because like a couple of the characters were inspired by Asian like fighters, but it was actually like a French show. I learned that and I was like, dude, this blows my mind.
This is a French show.
Yeah, it was a French show. It was made by a French animation studio.
Yeah, the animation was really weird in this show.
Yeah, yeah, because it was a weird show because it was a 2D and 3D show.
Yeah, and all the oh yeah, like whenever they went to like a
Yeah,
different realm or whatever
yeah,
to
they were
fight
like,
things.
the real world is 2D, and then when they go into the computer world, it's 3D.
Yeah,
I was like,
man,
this
all the
show's
people
so
have
hype.
such huge foreheads.
Yeah,
Just looking them up,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that was I like that show too. That was fun.
yeah. It was very interesting. And then later, they made a live action show.
Wait, they did?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. It was a bunch of French people. It's very.
Hilarious.
I'm like trying to watch it, and I'm like, it's not the same. Cause you watch the English dub,
Yeah.
that you think is just like, cause back that was like a long time ago. You watch the
Hmm.
English dub and you assume like that's just their like default language.
Yeah, that's
So
just how it
they're
is.
all speaking French, and I'm like, you don't look like my 2D characters, man.
That's why it's so different.
Cause they're all supposed to be like middle schoolers,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I feel like one of you's too short and one of you's too tall. I'm like, this guy looks like he should be in the second grade. This guy looks like he should be in his second year of college. That's not my 2D characters.
Yeah, they aren't all the same height.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other shows?
There was what's the one with like Billy and Mandy and
Oh
like
yeah,
Mr. Winkler
The Grim
and Cartoon
Adventures of
Network?
Billy and Mandy.
Yeah,
That
that
show was
was
weird.
that was so fun.
Yeah, that was a great show, but it was so weird looking back.
Yeah, I think as a kid I liked that show a lot too.
Yeah. The Grim Reaper was Jamaican.
Wait, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Billy was just like some dumb kid with a huge nose.
Yeah. And then his
Like,
dad was just a dumb dude with a huge nose.
yeah, so weird. And like watch like things like Timmy Turner, Fair Odd,
Yeah, Fairly Odd
like
Parents.
and like Jimmy Neutron,
Yeah.
yeah, like all those cartoons. I like used to watch them as a kid.
Yeah. Those are interesting. And
Anything
yeah.
else? I didn't watch much of like Courage, Cowardly Dog, or anything.
Yeah, it was very
Those are like older.
yeah, that like group of shows is very weird. Courage the Cowardly Dog was like very, I guess, thriller-esque for kids.
Yeah, it's like a.
So I don't. It was a good show, but it's just weird.
Did you ever watch that show? There was like three, I think cats or like hamsters. I don't know what they're. I think like hamsters. Something. One of them
Hamtaro.
like no, not. I did watch a little bit of that, but not that much. But it's like three cats, I think, and one of them is like named Waffle. He's like a dumb cat, and then like he's a white and skinny.
I that sounds familiar, but I
There's
don't.
like two other cats. I don't know what it's called.
I I I feel like I've seen that, but I don't remember it. You know.
I remember like as a kid, like I'd watch that.
I guess we'll just leave
But
that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
I
crap.
guess this is a good place to stop on good
Yeah.
childhood memories.
What a good time.
You worked a hard day, so think
Yeah,
we'll
I think it's
take it
struggle
early on
today.
this one.
It's not that early.
I honestly hope they're
I
gonna
think it's almost an hour. So
Yeah, it's about 50 minutes.
yeah, not too bad. Not too
Too
bad.
bad. Well, glad you're working.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm making money. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
Stop
I can
blocking
pay
me
you.
with
I
your
can
other
pay you
videos.
on rent.
Woo!
Because I'm a little bit behind.
Oh no. It's all good. You're making it up.
I go for
Yeah.
if I can, if I have a choice, I go for the top ones.
Dude, are you still playing games though?
Because they're
Or
harder
are
to
you
hit.
I have
just
no time.
Oh, right.
All my time is like this week. I've literally just like worked.
Are you planning on like working overtime during the
Uh,
summer when you're
I
not in
think
class?
probably I'll work more also,
Ooh, Larry
but
on that grind.
we'll see.
We'll
I'm not
see.
sure. I have like things I need to buy,
Uh,
and I think like I need a new phone. My phone is like
ah,
trash. Like it has no battery life.
oh no.
And then I need to get myself a laptop so I can do work outside of home.
Yeah.
And then I want to buy a watch. I lost my old watch
I had to steal
like
fiber.
a few years
Actually,
ago,
so
and
this
I really
sucks.
like to have another.
Alright, hopefully this channel gets big by then, and then we rake in the money and get you that watch.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Because
We're
I just
working
told my
on it.
girl, I'm using
Alright.
the
That's
non-max.
podcast number 23.
Good
Thanks for
stuff.
watching.
Yeah,
See ya.
that's why I go for the non-max stores.